Hello, I'm Rooster, and this is Devil Inside.
Welcome to your brand new look into the mines, creating San Antonio's next big art event. Subscribe to our channel and we'll bring you updates, interviews, and behind the scenes action. It's art, it's grit, it's a little dark, just how we like it. This is Devil Inside.
Phone, stop shaking phone. Hello, everybody. Again, I'm Rooster. This is Devil Inside. I'm going to start off with basically explaining what this is. Some of you might remember, locally here in San Antonio, about 9.5 years ago, I put this show together, and I brought in 9 artists. I wanted to make this like a small focus on the artist type of thing, and it was a pretty good turnout. It was a small bar, my friend Frank's bar, called Frankie Diablo's. This is back in 2016, and ever since then I've been wanting to do it again. So this year I'm starting very early. This is going to be October 23rd and 24th, giving me much more time because the first time I did this all in 3 months. And I was happy with the turnout. So this year I want to make it, this is going to be Devil Inside 2.0, as you've seen on the commercials for this channel. This year I'll be bringing in 13 artists, 13 vendors. This is going to be quite different from the average art show in San Antonio. I don't mean to down anybody whatsoever, but I gotta be honest. The average art show, and not just San Antonio, I'm bringing a different twist to the average art show, basically. I've been a tattoo artist for 3 decades now, and I've traveled quite a bit. I've done quite a few tattoo conventions, and I'm kind of taking Q's and P's from tattoo conventions and making this an art show designed for people who want to come and do business with artists, not just stand around and stare at the artist and not purchase, not do anything. Here's the thing. I understood the first time when I was about halfway through the event, I understood what I was putting together was a business mixer. I learned a lot about reaching out to sponsors. I believe it was Lone Star Beer was one of the sponsors. The other one doesn't come to mind right now, and various local companies and everything. And it was like I said, a good turnout for, just having the 3 months. This year I'm going to kick it up a notch. This is going to focus more on the theme, meaning, for those of you who have caught on so far, the big chunk of meat of this event is the Q&A part. See, this event is set up for 2 separate rooms. One room where you have like the artists and everything, their booths, and the second room is where the stage is. There's going to be entertainment, there's going to be contests, all sorts of different things. But the Q&A is where we bring in therapists to come and sit on the panel along with a select group of artists. We'll do this once each day, and we discuss things about why is it so prevalent in the art community, art meaning all sorts of art, music, acting as well. Why is it so prevalent? Why are artists more prone to depression, addiction, suicide, things like this? So we dig deep, and this is something for the audience to be a part of. We want you to ask questions. Other than that, there are going to be other Q&As about things like art techniques, all sorts of things. We've got the next 8 or 9 months to put this all together. So far what we've done, I gave myself a plan, And within the first 3 months of this plan was to find a venue, because I tried putting this on before, and it was really hard reaching out to people to get help with this. And I was also there. Life happened, and I couldn't really put all of my all into this. Now I'm in a position to where I can. So I gave myself 3 months to find a venue. Okay, January 1st, day one that I planned on starting this event, the venue came to me. I put out something on a group on Facebook for nightlife and bars, event clubs and stuff. And I was very specific about what I needed for this event. One person, John, put a comment and said, "Hey, come check out my venue. I think this," and I looked at the website and everything. I was, it's hard to tell from a website what you're looking at. You have to go there. And at first I declined, I gave him a friendly decline, like, "No, I think I need something more like this, that, and the other." And he was persistent. He sent me a direct message, like, "Dude, just come and check out the venue. I'm pretty sure we got what you need." So that night, I go up there, walk in, and the place is huge. The first place was a small, quaint, friendly neighborhood bar in Southtown. Nice bar. We got it nice and packed, for this event, the 2-day event. This place is 5-6 times bigger, and that might be an underestimate. You know what I'm saying? So, he walked me around the venue, showed me everything. Nice stage. They were working on like the stage area and everything. They hold a lot of events there and everything. So, we're like, yeah, we want this place. They wanted us, we want them. Perfect. It's on North Main. It's called Club 727. Love the place. It's beyond what I needed. So it gives me room to expand on this art show. And I'm going to be very picky. I have to admit, I'm going to be very picky about the artists that I bring in. I want, I've been an artist all my life. I don't think I'm great. I just love to do art. All sorts of mediums. Just hand me something. If I can create art with it, I'll do it. But I look at other artists and it's like, wow, I wish I could. I'm looking for artists that I think are better than me. This is gonna be a little bit harder to make the cut. Because the first time, here, let me explain something. I made it to where people had to show up to different meetings. I think I made like 2 or 3 mandatory meetings, and I picked the 9 artists because I need the artists to be about it. Because for one, I'm not charging for the booths at all, for artists or vendors. I just want to bring quality together. That's the big thing. So, and not knocking the past art, I picked great artists. I'm just kicking it. I'm hoping that a lot of those artists can come back if they're still grinding it, if they're still making art, been doing shows, just keeping that art going. I'm looking for people that are about it. So with that being said, I'm going to be looking at the same thing with vendors, because this is not going to be a show where people come and look at you like a zoo animal. The thing that sets this apart is going to be this channel, because every sponsor, every artist, every vendor, and more, the people that are helping out with this event, will have an interview on this channel. We want the audience to get to know everybody that's going to be at this show beforehand. So like all this year up until late October, you're going to be seeing the people as they come in, as we choose them. Sponsors. I'm not gonna do the regular, like, you know, gold and silver, bronze tier thing. I want to make this custom. I want, like, everything about this has to be creative. A lot of you have seen, like, from the very get-go, you know, the first commercials I've been putting together. They look a little dark, I know, but right now I'm just kind of forming everything. It's gonna be a little bit more family friendly by the time we get there, but not goofy. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be, so far the idea is to have it very gothic, dark, formal. There's gonna be a lot of things to where the audience can get involved, especially at the show. There's gonna be contests because the gift baskets are gonna be something very different from the usual gift basket that you receive at art shows. And I don't want to give it away. I might later on down the year, but I don't know if I want to give it away because it's a very unique idea with these gift baskets, and you're gonna want to be there. This whole show, like I said, like I was getting to, the advertisements might seem a little dark for right now, but I'm just kind of getting the hang of different you know, different apps and everything on how to make these things. It's not going to be a satanic show, because I think that's what a lot of people are thinking. It's not like a satanic show. It's not a Christian show. It's not a religious show. It's about, you know, those things that people need to get out, about mental awareness. Devil inside. I think everybody's got a little devil inside. So it's about facing those demons, and not just facing them this time. It's about, we're going to explore ways on how to rid yourself of them. Not an overnight cure. You're not going to come out and say, oh, hallelujah, I'm healed. It's just to plant little seeds in the mind on how to help yourself, you know, which is why we bring the therapist to kind of mediate amongst the audience, you know, artists, people who are going through some shit, you know. We all go through it. And art is a very, very good way to deal with these things. So I'm just kind of trying to bring everything together. I want the sponsors to be companies that can get involved with the theme has to work. I don't want to just grab every sponsor that comes along. I'm going to be very picky. And so far I've got a few that I'm looking at. But like I said, we've got like the next 8 or 9 months to go. And as long as you like and subscribe to this channel, you're gonna see all of the updates, because we will be putting out videos of interviews, updates. If something new comes along, you know, for one, like with the flyers, like last time I designed the flyers myself and I brought on a photographer. This year, I've already set up in my living room a whole photography studio, because I've been needing to practice my photography, because I'm not a photographer, but I'm good at, you know, decent at editing for what I need, taking pictures of friends and everything. So I do have volunteer models already lined up, and you'll be seeing around town some very interesting, you know, flyers with a little code and everything on how to get to this channel and maybe other media platforms. So other than that, yeah, that's about it for now. So again, subscribe to the channel, and we'll be seeing you soon. Later.
It still doesn't look right. Maybe I should start over.
Shh, relax. Let the lines flow, big guy.
All right, there it is.